And Priyanka Gandhi seems to be battle ready. It's Priyanka's third day in Lucknow after the road show, where she is slated to continue with the constituency-wise deliberation. On Tuesday, Priyanka Gandhi held overnight marathon strategy sessions at the party office in Lucknow. The meeting ended at around 5:30 this morning. Talking to the press after the meeting, Priyanka said that she was not competing with Prime Minister Modi since Rahul Gandhi already is. Reacting on Robert Vadra's questioning by the Enforcement Directorate, she said that such things will continue to happen and that she will continue doing her work. Now, during her stay in Lucknow, Priyanka is meeting leaders from 38 constituencies to script the party's victory in the upcoming elections.
I'm learning a lot about the organization, about how it's structured and the changes that need to be made, and also about I'm getting their views on how to fight the election according to them. अच्छा लग रहा है और बहुत समय तक मेरा इंतजार किया, उनके लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद उसके लिए, और उनसे बहुत सीखने को मिल रहा है संगठन के बारे में, उनके क्षेत्र में संगठन कैसा है, डिस्ट्रिक्ट की कमेटियां कैसी हैं, ब्लॉक की कमेटियां कैसी हैं, सब जानकारी मैं ले रही हूँ। जी, रॉबर्ट वाड्रा से ये चीजें चलती रहेंगी, मैं अपना काम कर रही हूँ। ठीक है भैया जी, बिल्कुल नहीं, मैं काम कर रही हूँ अपना, मुझे काम क्या मोदी से मुकाबला होगा? मोदी से मुकाबला होगा?
I think that Priyanka ji's requirement will be not only all across the state but across the country.
People want you to fight from Western UP. Are you going to take that demand? Many workers raised that.
Well, I haven't heard that, to be very, very honest. I am very humbled by that demand, but I think it's my responsibility that Rahul Gandhi has given me to be able to channelize the energy amongst the workers, and that's what Priyanka ji and I both are working on.
Samajwadi Party President Akhilesh Yadav was allegedly stopped at the Lucknow airport yesterday while he was on his way to attend an oath-taking ceremony at the Allahabad University. Akhilesh alleged that he was prevented from boarding the airplane without any written orders and also detained at the airport. He accused the Yogi-led government in the state for planning it. However, Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has defended this move, saying that it was the Allahabad University administration which had asked the government to stop Yadav from coming to Prayagraj, as it was suspected that his visit may have sparked violence on the campus between the student groups. After the incident, the Samajwadi Party netas stormed the floor of Rajya Sabha in the parliament. Interestingly, in the year 2015, Akhilesh government had stalled Yogi's visit to Allahabad University.
High drama in Uttar Pradesh on Tuesday as the Samajwadi Party chief and the former state chief minister Akhilesh Yadav was stopped from boarding an aircraft to Prayagraj. Akhilesh Yadav was supposed to attend an oath-taking ceremony of Students' Union at the Allahabad University. He alleged Yogi Adityanath had a role to play in stopping him. But the Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister claimed permission was not granted because of security and law and order concerns.
एक सरकार जो केवल छात्रों से डर रही है, इलाहाबाद यूनिवर्सिटी के नए छात्रों से केवल, जो सरकार छात्रों से डर जाए, उस सरकार के पास कुछ बचा नहीं है।
इलाहाबाद विश्वविद्यालय ने प्रशासन ने शासन से इस बारे में अनुरोध किया है कि श्री अखिलेश यादव अगर इलाहाबाद आते हैं तो वहां पर तमाम छात्र गुटों के आपसी वैमनस्य के कारण वहां पर हिंसक झड़पें हो सकती हैं। उन्होंने सरकार को आग्रह किया था, प्रशासन से आग्रह किया था, इसलिए इलाहाबाद विश्वविद्यालय के इस अनुरोध पर सरकार ने ये कदम उठाए हैं।
Hours after Akhilesh Yadav was stopped by the state government, Samajwadi Party workers took to the streets across the state. From Lucknow to Prayagraj, Akhilesh Yadav supporters went on the rampage. At some places, they clashed with the police. Samajwadi Party Member of Parliament Dharmendra Yadav was injured in the violence. The protests echoed in Parliament as well, where the Samajwadi Party leaders forced the Rajya Sabha to adjourn. support poured in from opposition parties, with Mayawati and Mamata Banerjee coming out to attack the Yogi Adityanath government.
अगर योगी का राज में एक कॉलेज प्रोग्राम में एक लीडर जो यूपी का लीडर है, जो एक चीफ मिनिस्टर है, जाने नहीं सकता है, तो सबको लिए रुकावट है. दिस इज द टाइम व्हेन आई डू नॉट नो एनीबॉडी इज अलाउड टू गो टू एनी स्टेट. दिस इज मोस्ट अनफॉर्चुनेट. I condemn this.
In 2015, during Samajwadi Party's regime, Yogi Adityanath was stopped from going to Allahabad University, and now when he is the Chief Minister of the state, Akhilesh Yadav has faced similar action. Blocking him at the Lucknow airport has triggered anger within the party workers, and they have gone on a statewide rampage. The personal attack between Akhilesh Yadav and Yogi Adityanath has made fight for 2019 elections a bitter one. In Lucknow, with camera person Sanjay Singh, Nilanshu Shukla for India Today.
As the budget session concludes today, the centre has listed the CAG report on Rafale deal for tabling in the parliament. On Tuesday, the Rafale showdown intensified in the parliament after Congress dropped another bomb to slam the Modi government. Rahul Gandhi quoted a purported email written by industry advisor to French defence minister, claiming that Anil Ambani met French government officials before the Prime Minister's visit to France in 2015. Rahul also dismissed the CAG probe report on Rafale and called the audit watchdog as Chaukidar Auditor General. In fact, later on, Union Law Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad launched a stinging counter by accusing Congress President of acting as a lobbyist for corporate companies. Congress staged a walkout in the Lok Sabha. This after the centre refused a probe by Joint Parliamentary Committee in the Rafale deal. Now, India Today has accessed the inside details of what the Rafale CAG report is likely to contain. Sources say that the report includes 11 acquisitions by the Indian Air Force, and the report skips the mention of exact pricing of the Rafale fighter jets.
For info, just had C. Salomon, advisor to J.Y. Le Drian, attend the meeting on Monday on the phone. A. Ambani visited the minister's office. Mallet Solomon Bouquet this week, confidential and planned, as you can imagine, with very short notice.
Let Rahul Gandhi first explain from where did he get the internal email of Airbus. Who is supplying him?
Anil Ambani is telling the French that he is going to be getting a deal that he gets. Mr. Anil Ambani has put it beautifully. He mentioned the MOU in preparation and the intention to sign during the Prime Minister's visit. The Prime Minister is acting as Mr. Anil Ambani's middleman.
राहुल गांधी की पार्टी और उनके नेता भी कमाल के हैं. जब सत्ता में रहते हैं तो सत्ता का दुरुपयोग करके दलाली से पैसे कमाते हैं, और जब विपक्ष में रहते हैं तो विदेशी कंपनियों के लॉबिस्ट बनकर के पैसे कमाते हैं.
डाला हुआ है इसका पार्लियामेंट्री कमेटी से इंक्वायरी होना है, और वो प्राइम मिनिस्टर क्यों डर रहे हैं मुझे मालूम नहीं. प्राइम मिनिस्टर
मैं ये कहना चाहता हूं कि राफेल के मुद्दे पर इस संसद में चर्चा हो चुकी है, और साथ ही साथ सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने भी इस संबंध में अपना फैसला दे दिया अध्यक्ष महोदया. लेकिन ये कैसी विडंबना है कि बराबर नेता प्रतिपक्ष अपनी तरफ से ये कोशिश कर रहे हैं, बार बार असत्य को बोलकर उसे सत्य साबित करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, जनता को इनके द्वारा गुमराह करने की कोशिश की जा रही है.
राहुल गांधी विदेशी कंपनियों ताकतों के हित के लिए काम कर रहे हैं, और जितना वो बोलेंगे उतना ही मैं कस के जवाब दूंगा. नरेंद्र मोदी की सरकार देश की वायुसेना के हितों के लिए कभी नहीं झुकेगी, और राहुल गांधी आपको और आपकी पार्टी को और आपके दलालों के समूह को देश में एक्सपोज करेंगे.
Upping the ante against the BJP-led central government ahead of the Lok Sabha polls, now the Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal-led Aam Aadmi Party will be hosting a Save Democracy rally at Delhi's Jantar Mantar today. West Bengal Chief Minister and TMC Supremo Mamata Banerjee and Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu will be attending this mega rally today. And sources have informed India Today that though an invite has been extended to Congress President Rahul Gandhi, leaders from the Grand Old Party are yet to confirm their attendance for this mega rally. The Save Democracy rally comes close on the heels of the opposition show of strength in Kolkata on January 19 this year. Over 18 opposition parties had come together under one platform and pledged to oust Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government. Shifting focus now to Karnataka, as the speaker there, K.R. Ramesh Kumar, who has been named in a horse trading tape released by Chief Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy in a shocking incident, compared himself to a rape victim. The callous speaker said that he felt like a rape victim who might have been raped only once but was made to relive the incident 100 times in the court. The insensitive speaker said this in fact while speaking about a controversial audio clip in which it was alleged that he had been influenced with a payment of 50 crore rupees. And Kumaraswamy had released these clips of the BJP leader B.S. Yadurappa allegedly trying to bribe a JDS MLA's son to bring down the Congress JDS government in the state. In the tape, Yadurappa claimed that the BJP has booked the speaker himself for 50 crores. What comes as a shock is not a single lawmaker raised an objection to the statement. In fact, many of them laughed, thumping their desks.
ಈ ರೇಪ್ ವಿಕ್ಟಿಮ್ ಗೆ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಆಗಿದೆ ನಂದು. ರೇಪ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು ಒಂದೇ ಸಲ. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಇದ್ದು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಅತ್ಲಾಗ ಹೊರಟೋಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ರೇಪ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವನ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಅವನು ಪೊಲೀಸರು ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಜೈಲಿಗೆ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವನ ಪರವಾಗಿ ವಕೀಲರು ಬರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ರೇಪ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡವ್ರು. ಕೋರ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಈಶ್ವರಪ್ಪನವ್ರೆ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ದ ಕೇಳಿ ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ದ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೊತ್ತು ಮಾಡ್ದ, ಹೆಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ದ ಏನು. ನನಗೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ರೇಪ್ ತಿಂಗಳು ಹೊರಗೆ ಬಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಏನ್ ಕೋರ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ನ್ಯಾಯ ಸಿಗ್ತೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ. ಆತ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ರೇಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದ, ಕೋರ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ 100 ಸಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಂತ.
And the contentious Citizenship Amendment Bill is all set to be tabled in the Rajya Sabha today. This bill will be moved by Home Minister Rajnath Singh in the upper house. This even as Northeast continues to burn in protest against the proposed law. Indefinite curfew has been imposed in Imphal while internet services have been banned in Manipur. The bill was cleared by the Lok Sabha on January 8th and will become a law if it is cleared by the Rajya Sabha too. The bill, which seeks to provide Indian citizenship to non-Muslim migrants from Afghanistan, Pakistan and Bangladesh, triggered widespread protests in the northeastern states. Protesters have claimed that the bill, which gives citizenship to immigrants, will be denying opportunity to the locals. The ruling NDA has lost allies like the Ahom Gon Parishad after the protests over this issue.
Long live, long live. Sounds of protest over the Citizenship Amendment Bill are coming in from across the Northeast. Hours before the bill was supposed to be tabled in the Rajya Sabha on Tuesday, an indefinite curfew was imposed in Imphal, Manipur, and internet cut off for 5 days. In Nagaland, Kohima, the capital, and Dimapur shut down to protest against the bill. And in Assam's Dibrugarh, people were out on the streets. These protesters are vendors from a women's market in the heart of Imphal city, and they demand the unconditional withdrawal of the Citizenship Amendment Bill, which caused a roadblock in the capital of Manipur. It was also met with tear gas and mock bombs. Not just the people, the NDA's own allies are coming out against the bill that the BJP-led government at the centre is trying to push.
That if this bill is passed in the Rajya Sabha, then the NPP will be breaking its ties with the NDA.
The National People's Party of Meghalaya has threatened to move out of the NDA if the bill gets passed. The Citizenship Amendment Bill was passed by the Lok Sabha on 8th of January, and it seeks to provide Indian citizenship to non-Muslim immigrants from Bangladesh, Pakistan and Afghanistan. Though the bill says that beneficiaries of the bill will be allowed to stay in any part of the country, protesting organizations in states like Assam fear that the bill will encourage migration from Bangladesh. Angry protests had followed Prime Minister Modi when he was on his 2-day weekend visit to the northeast. He was shown black flags and there were calls for Bandh. This had been Prime Minister Modi's first visit to the region since the Citizenship Amendment Bill got passed in the Lok Sabha. The mood across the northeastern states of India remain belligerent on the issue of the National Register of Citizens and the Citizenship Amendment Bill.
The northeastern states, especially Assam, Meghalaya and Manipur, are on the boil since the Lok Sabha passed the Citizenship Bill. As the protest continues across the northeastern states, now the big question is, did the BJP this election season mess up its own game with the NRC? With camera person Tapas Berry, Manoj Datta, Hemant Kumar Nath and Jeetnin Gumba, this is Manogya Loiwal in Guwahati for India Today.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you would love to.